That's a gorgeous sunrise coming up. That's really gross and wet. Chickens! Hi, Bongo. Hi, Thrasher. How are you ladies doing this morning? Bongo's like, you don't have treats, go away. I don't want to talk to you.
We want to see the guy behind you.
Oh, look at that. We have some treats for the chickens. Bye, chickens. Don't miss us too much. We'll be home soon.
Like, yeah, what is this? Why is it in big chunks? You didn't cut it up small.
Well,
You're about the dumbest bird.
Don't be mean to Honey. I think it's better that they're in big chunks anyway because that gives them something to do.
Keeps them from getting bored.
Right.
Bored chickens are dangerous chickens.
Okay, don't pick on Goldie either. That's Goldie.
Belle, here.
Belle's the big white one in the center.
With bell bottoms.
With the bell bottoms. She's the belle of the ball. Now I really think you're trying to hit them.
No, if I was trying to hit him, I'd be hitting his forward eyes.
She's the black one. She's the meanie of the bunch.
Ah, Speckles is best hen. Speckles is best hen.
That's not Speckles. That's Sprinkles.
Well, where's Speckles?
I don't know. She's probably in the nest box already.
Oh.
Yeah, no. So Sprinkles is a Dominique like Speckles, so that's why you get them confused. The black and white stripe. No, so we've got Zig and Zag, the Barred Rocks. We've got Sprinkles and Speckles, the Cucumorans. And then that's Bongo. She's the Dominique. There's Speckles.
Best hen.
Speckles is best hen. She's like, wait, you guys ate treats without me? All right, ladies.
All right, guys.
We'll be back.
We're going to go look at your new home.
Behave yourselves while we're gone.
If you live long enough to make it.
Hey. Yeah, so we have to have a completely enclosed cage for them because of the hawks that live nearby. We've lost a couple over the years, but this batch has been doing pretty good. Bye, ladies. So, yeah, we've been hoping to get some videos of how beautiful the drive is and how great all the scenery is, maybe even the changing of the colors of the trees as we get a little higher in elevation and further north, and
Flying in a cloud.
yeah, like literally all we've got right now is gray. There was a couple of hints of blue sky somewhere up above, but yeah, it's
Cloudy.
yeah, not exactly what we were hoping for. Maybe, like, for a while we thought when we got to the other side of this one mountain, it would clear up once we got over it. But so far, just a whole bunch of just a whole bunch of clouds. Also, it's really funny what the camera does when you hit a bump. I'm getting motion sick just recording the video.
It's funny what my bladder does when I hit a bump, too. Where's that sheets?
You know, maybe we won't wait until the last sheets before we hit our destination. Maybe we'll find a newer sheets. I was hoping for a scenic overlook too, so we could get like some really great photos, but
The fog.
yeah, not so much.
There is a little bit of change in color. I mean, poison ivy's all turned red.
Yeah, that's not very interesting.
But that's okay. It'll make up for it with the excitement of where we're going.
That's right. It's what did they say? It's about the journey, not the destination. Except today. Today it's about the destination. Today's about the destination.
The journey doesn't start until we get to the destination.
Ooh, that's kind of deep, actually.
Deep.
Right. Whee!
This is a trip that we're going to get really, really tired of.
I don't think so. I think we'll enjoy how the scenery changes as we go through the seasons.
It's because you won't be making it 3 times a week.
But you know what? We should get a dash cam.
Huh. I have an idea. Let's get electric up to the build site first.
Oh, okay.
Let's get the build site first.
Right. Also remember, if we're doing video, just enunciate a little more clearly and be a little louder. Like you're public speaking.
I don't public speak.
Well, pretend.
It's like they're not going to hear anything over the engine anyway because of the aggressive tone.
Repeat after me. Hemi. Whoop.
Look,
And
blue
we.
skies.
Yay! So finally we're starting to see some blue skies and some trees.
And some color change.
And some color change. It's not just the poison ivy wrapped around the trees that's beautiful and stunning red, but some actual colors. It's kind of hard to tell, actually. Oh, okay, like that. Whoops, bump.
Nice barn. Nice pond.
I have no idea what elevation we're at this point.
I don't either. It is beautiful though.
You want to tell people where we're going?
We are going on an adventure. We are on our way up to Tunnelton / Kingwood, West Virginia. Where at
Ooh, there's another nice barn.
2 o'clock this afternoon, we will sit down with the attorney and the selling agent and give him a check and sign our name about 1 million times and walk out of there.
And then what? We don't know.
I don't even know what we walk out of there with.
Because it's not like we've got keys to a house. Because we're
I guess
buying property.
I guess they'll give us a key to the cable and the padlock that go across it,
Hope so.
which I will promptly
Replace.
because I don't know how many other people have keys to that padlock.
Right.
Yeah, big, exciting. It has become real at this point. It's gone from dream stage to skin in the game.
Right. And so once we have the property for the Cedar Springs retreat,
Fiber Arts Center and Retreat.
then we have to figure out how to do all the other stuff we want to do. But the first step is buying the property. We can't do anything else. We can't talk to the electric company or any of the... Yeah, you're not kidding about the aggressive tone. And of course, my finger's probably been covering the microphone on the phone the whole time. So we'll see if this is actually anything we can use or if we're going to have to voice over. But we can't even, talk to the utility companies or, people who would construct the steel building for the shop and the retail store. So the wood shop, workshop, and retail store until we actually have the property. So this is that first step towards making this big dream a reality.
I started thinking about it too. The initial expense of the land compared to what the building is going to cost is
Yeah.
the land is actually less than the building.
Yes, actually,
If we go with Morton.
if we go with Morton, we'll
which I
have
don't
to
think we will.
do some shopping around and some cost comparisons. May also be somewhat limited by what's available in the area.
Oh, there's tons of stuff. But anyway, we're
2780. That's the elevation we're currently at, 2,780 feet above sea level.
and the property will be at
22 something? 2,280, I think, was the high point.
2280. So we're higher now.
Yes, slightly higher now. You can definitely see that the trees have started to turn colors here. Back in the Frederick, Maryland area, the weather has still been extremely warm. Woo! Probably should have gotten the gimbal out. The weather's still been extremely warm, so no sign of real color changes yet, but up here, we're still in Maryland, I think. I don't think we've hit the West Virginia border yet.
Somewhere in Frostburg.
Past Frostburg, past Cumberland.
Big windmills.
You know what's funny about the big windmills is the camera can't pick them up because of the auto bright.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm trying to see if I can. You can just see them on the horizon right now. Also,
There we go. 50 miles from Morgantown.
there you go. We should get your windshield cleaned. It'll make my shots better. Because this is, in fact, all about me.
Right. Wait. What? It's been a long time coming.
Come to find out, they gave us the wrong key.
I'm guessing we can just leave it. Right there.
And we'll just, what, drive across it?
Yep.
The adventure begins.
You ready to do this?
I was born ready.
Yeah, me too.
Blech.
So here it is. After 2 months of waiting for title searches and bank approvals and assessments, we closed on the property. They handed us a shiny little key, and we are now here up on the ball field of 73.92 acres of what will become basically Fiber Arts Valhalla. We're still looking around the land. The weather is iffy at best, so this may end real quick if the skies decide to open up.
Yeah, the skies, as you saw on the drive-in, were pretty foggy and cloudy and overcast, and then we got some blue sky, and now it's just all clouds. So we were hoping to do...
It's all taunt me if you will, says Mother Nature.
Yeah, we were hoping for like a time-lapse sunset, something like that, but this...
I don't even know where the sun is. I guess it's over there.
This could all be over in a hurry if the sky opens up. We did bring an umbrella, but basically you wouldn't even be able to hear anything over the rain hitting the umbrella.
Something died up here.
Not sure that would have been a good thing to say on the video.
It's just bones. So this is that same spot. Every time we've seen this picture, and this picture has been around since like at least 2016, there's always water in it. And it's always mushy grass and spongy, so I'm thinking this might be a good place for a pond.
Yeah, just the fact that it retains water that well.
And the clay, right over there is where I took the soil sample, and at about 18 inches down, we were coming up with about 35% clay. Oh look, mushrooms.
Oh look, mosquito.
Great. Oh,
Yep.
look, water with no fish in it.
Right.
Yeah, this is pond material right here. There's a spring. All that into there. That would be thunder.
And that would be thunder.
So
Good times.
Crash and dash real quick.
That was some pretty significant thunder.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, okay, so maybe we'll just put the camera away for the moment and get it back out if it seems like everything blows over.
Yeah. It was over there, and the clouds are coming from there.
So maybe it'll just miss us entirely.
Yeah, So initially what we were thinking when we were here last time looking at the property was putting the wood shop and the store right over in there. But I guess we need to look around a little bit more and make a final decision. It'd be kind of nice to come in on the driveway, and if you were only coming to the store, to be able to go there. We'll have to do a lot more exploring.
Exploring is my favorite part.
Exploring is the best. And see how things lay out. But for now, we're just going to walk around a little bit. Probably put the camera away in case it does rain. Maybe get some still shots. But we got some land to explore.
We've been walking around for at least an hour, possibly more, and it has finally started raining. The skies just opened up. And of course, we're nowhere near our vehicle, and it wasn't raining when we left the vehicle, so we didn't grab the umbrella for the camera. We didn't grab our ponchos or rain gear. So we're just getting plastered. We're getting wet. Oh, and by the way, it's up a whole bunch of hill to get back to that there truck. So we're gonna get a little soaked. This may in fact be the last video you get of us so that my camera doesn't get too wet. Good times. No regrets, right?
Orange stuff on a log.
No regrets, right?
No regrets. Well, this sucks. So the rain let up.
Finally.
Finally. We only got a little bit wet.
Completely soaked.
It didn't stop us.
Yeah, of course not.
We have traipsed over a good portion. Catch that right there.
My God.
So, that
but it's old.
is that
That's Chicken of the Woods.
Chicken of the Woods.
There's a piece of it right there, and there's a piece of it right there, and it's a beautiful find with
Garbage.
obviously there's some stuff we're gonna have to clean up before we open this up to
Wow.
visitors, but that is a gorgeous piece of Chicken of the Woods. So that's something.
Let me get a still of that so you can use it for
Yeah.
vloggy type stuff.
Right. So that's gonna be a place to check back next year because that's awesome.
There are a lot of stumps up here from where they timbered years ago, and we have found honey mushrooms and lion's mane.
Only a little bit of lion's mane, unfortunately, but that
Yeah,
gives
it's
us hope.
Wrong time of year, though, isn't it?
No, you can find lion's mane this time of year.
Anyway, this place is a mycelial dream.
No turkey tail, or no, lots of turkey tail. No maitake yet. That's the other thing that I've definitely been on the lookout for.
Yeah, okay, it has nothing to do with all the rest of the stuff, but
yeah, we get excited about mushrooms. Oh my God, there's honey mushrooms right in front of your toes too. At least I assume those are honeys. You guys can see right down there, and look at how wet our boots are, and how wet our jeans are.
how shredded your poncho is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn this around so you can see my poncho, but there's a lot of brambles. There's some glass. There's blackberries and there's greenbrier. That's a lot of the stuff that's gonna have to get cleared out. It's too bad I don't have goats already, because the goats would take care of that. But once we got back off of the main ball field area and into the trees, there's a lot more opportunities that we can take advantage of in terms of getting some of the overgrowth cleared out
Nice flat areas. We just looked at a spot that is flat and large enough that I could easily drop 6 yurts in there without a whole lot of tree clearing. I want to keep
Which is
as many
awesome.
of the trees as possible because trees.
Yeah.
I like breathing clean air.
Oh, and the moss that's around this place is amazing because moss also helps produce a lot of oxygen. Apparently moss produces more oxygen than trees does, or at least that's what number 2 is constantly telling us. Also, this may be the point where I stop the video again because I'm going to start cussing from all of the brambles that I keep walking through.
The orange shelf fungus.
Oh, wow. I have absolutely no idea what that is, but some interesting looking very red.
Wish I had an ultraviolet light with me.
Wish we had an ultraviolet light. There's actually, we mentioned this yesterday, a lot of locust on the property.
Heck yeah.
So any of those trees that have to be taken out, yeah, those are going to be turned into spindles in some form or fashion. Because everybody needs a spindle that looks cool at a rave.
Somebody just asked, I won't throw anybody under the bus, Lulu, just asked for a black locust Turkish spindle.
Woo!
So she could spin on Turkish in while she's doing blacklight roller disco, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Actually,
Anyway,
knowing her, that wouldn't be surprising.
So we're coming into another area now that's relatively flat, relatively clear.
Wow.
Another possible building site for
Ooh,
something.
love those fingers in the video. And I apologize for the shaky quality. I didn't want to risk the gimbal in the rain. And now that it's cleared up enough, I don't feel like going all the way back to the truck for it. So.
Which, after we just walked like 2 miles, we came up 20 yards from the truck.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Just following trails, and they came right back around to where we'd started.
We're going to be able to clear out a lot of the old trails that they used.
The logging trails, yeah.
Whoever timbered this place did a really good job. Wild grapes.
Wild grapes.
They did a really good job of not...
You can't see the wild grapes because they're backlit.
Totally destroying the land. They did leave a lot of piles of branches and stuff, which I really don't have a problem with because at some point it'll make great hugelkultur beds.
Right, so anything that's too far gone in the process of decomposition can be used for hugelkultur, which is a type of permaculture raised bed. Stuff that's relatively fresh can become firewood or get
Chip or shredded into mulch.
Chipped into mulch, or if it's in really good shape, saved for planting mushroom spawn.
Yeah, like that right there. Turkey tail?
You know, it could well be turkey tail.
Tea time.
I know that you guys aren't watching this oh, look at that nice piece right there. And the rain is starting. I know you guys aren't watching this because you want to hear all about me talking about mushrooms, so I might just turn this off and go back to
there.
Looking at all that. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's off the ball field about 30 yards.
I think we've been going in a circle. So the ball field is just that way. So this is still pretty close to it.
That's a build site for one of the pea chicks, probably. Endless potential.
Yep.
It's overwhelming.
We just got to get back.
I went over this all night. I woke up. We went to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because we're old.
And I woke up at midnight, and this was just playing out in my mind over and over and over. So
a lot of opportunity.
Yeah.
So
we
much
went and looked
opportunity.
at these. I hate to say it. There's a place right along one of the main strips that has double wide trailers, double wide mobile homes. Because West Virginia, I don't want to call it a trailer.
Right.
But walked inside and it was like, holy crap, it was nice. It was like actually really nice. So it could be something temporary, at least while we're getting everything set up.
Yeah, this is me still
There's
looking at
some big white mushroom back there.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously we're going to have to clear out a lot of the
the
dead trees, the bent
some,
trees.
Goats on steroids and
yes.
more grapevines.
Yep, we can't get the goats in until somebody's here on site all the time because there are...
They can't eat greenbrier, can they?
Oh, goats can eat everything.
Oh, I thought there was
Oh,
something
except, no, it's the mountain laurel.
mountain laurel.
Right.
We got a lot of mountain laurel.
Right. A lot of rhododendrons. This place is going to smell amazing in the spring.
And I was wrong.
What?
I didn't find a single cedar tree. I thought there was one. So we're going to have to plant a cedar tree.
Yeah.
Next to a gallon of spring water.
It's ironic. Yeah. We don't have any cedars and we don't have any springs.
This
but,
was not the first piece of property that we looked at.
Right.
The first one actually was nothing but springs. Would have ended up being mostly lake.
Yeah. And then it had that
Second
it had that sheer rise up practically a mountain at the back of the property.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that wouldn't have been very
And also
usable.
there
although
was the people pasture on it as well.
although there's also parts of this that are not at all going to be usable. All of that rock wall cliff face that we were trying to clamber all over yesterday. Oh my gosh.
I just want to sit back and look at that. I don't
Yeah.
even want to get anywhere near it because gravity sucks.
Yeah.
And big rocks break Mikey.
Yeah, we don't want to be broken. Yeah,
So-
those are obviously places that are going to be off limits.
Well, within reason. I mean,
Well-
there's a moss road down there that's about 20 yards off of the sheer cliff. And I think that's safe. I didn't see any rocks out that far.
For anybody who likes to go
Look at pretty
roughing
rocks.
it.
Anybody who can handle the hike up and down that hill.
See, and then it just slopes away in that direction. And then
It's
again,
going level here, and ballpark is
I think it's still,
ball
yeah,
field's right out there.
right.
I mean, this will probably loop back around.
Well, we should find out if it does, because that would be good to know.
So we've taken all this video, and by the time it's edited, there'll probably be about 3 minutes of video.
Yeah, because, you know, all these spots where I just fell and the whole camera shook, everybody's going to be like, no, we're motion sick, please stop. Oh my gosh. I can't even walk through this. I can't see my feet. The overgrowth back here is so thick. I should have been following you instead of looking at what my camera was looking at. So there have... Sorry, I fell again. There have been a lot of trails in different places. It looks like this place had been timbered professionally, and there are still some roads even going back to the coal mining days that we've been able to follow around, and it's just going to be a question to see. I'm pretty sure if we went straight through all those brambles, we'd be back on the ball field.
Or we can continue on the cleared portion of the road over here and not die.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do.
choose life.
I choose life. Okay, so we're going to have to start some kind of game where people hear the movie quotes and see if they can guess which movies.
You have to think like a 10-year-old.
Yeah, basically.
Because I'm easily amused.
A secret fact, I had kids so I could watch kids' movies in the theater without seeming creepy. So the I Choose Life was a reference to Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
So, weekend's over, at least for now. We're just driving past the sign that says, Maryland welcomes you.
Whoa.
Oh, and we're going to rear end a very slow-moving
He's
vehicle.
not slow moving. He's doesn't
Pra-
know.
He's practically stopped. He's
Doesn't
going
know
so
what
slow.
lane he wants to be in.
He's also very slow-moving. So anyway, neither here nor there. So headed back to our current base of operations. Is that a fair way to put it?
Our current.
Yeah, so the visit to the property is over.
Way too short.
Way too short. And I guess I would say one thing's for sure is we sure learned a lot.
We did.
You could maybe say that we should have done a little bit more research of the property, maybe visited a little bit more before we made the jump. But I vaguely...
that almost sounds like a statement that has regret. So,
Well, and
I don't know. I have no regrets about the piece of property. There is a little less usable land than we first thought, but the wow factor of what's there absolutely makes up, in my mind, absolutely makes up for it. And, you know, truth be known, what are we going to do with that much land anyway? We can't actually, it's not like we're going to till the land and grow a
cash crop on it. So I'm tickled pink with it.
But we're definitely going to have to update the plans that we had for where stuff was going to go.
Yeah, there's a lot less, looking at a topographical map and trying to figure out where stuff is going to go versus actually boots on the ground. Wow,
Soaking wet boots.
2 miles an hour up the mountain.
Wow.
Yeah, it was getting out there and actually being there and not seeing it on a map, seeing it as you're standing there going, wow, that's steep. Changes the layout of place, of different things. But
And not just steep, we're talking like sheer cliff face.
yeah.
And even a contour map didn't really communicate the extent to which that there was just
Holy crap,
sheer drop-offs.
There's a 40-foot, 50-foot straight down drop-off. But no, it's all in all, it was an outstanding recon mission. We have new ideas about where things will be placed, what needs to be cleared out.
I think the only thing that's a constant between when we first looked at the property and now is where that pond's going to go. The pond hasn't moved because there's spot.
Definitely a spring there.
There's one spot that clearly retains water and has enough clay to hold a shape.
And it's not only retaining water, it's feeding water from below.
You think?
Yeah, I do, because when you look at even pictures from 2016, those tracks were there and they're full of water. So, and even if we're having to run it off public water, once it's full, if we can keep it aerated, then it does what I need it to do.
And a couple of small fish to eat all of the mosquito larvae.
And by small fish, you mean rainbow trout.
I don't think it's going to be deep enough and cold enough for trout.
And, well, I mean, they raise rainbow trout in 18 inches of water. We just got to keep it cold. We'll be good. We'll sort that out.
Yeah. There definitely were some mosquitoes. There definitely were some ticks. We each got bitten at least once by mosquitoes, and we found one tick
One
so
tick.
far. Luckily, it was one of the, what do they call them,
The big
dog
ones,
ticks.
Dog ticks.
Not the ones that have the capacity to carry Lyme disease. So
No, just the one. Well, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was a tick-flavored tick.
tick-flavored tick.
Yeah.
Tasty.
He's,
tick-flavored tick.
He's no longer alive.
Right.
He's no longer with us on Earth.
Right.
We had a checklist going to the property this weekend that we wanted to complete. On some of the categories, we did the bare minimal to be able to cross it off.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I've got a spider over here.
Save the spider.
Yeah. Ah! Oh, his
He
web's
likes
on my hand. Okay, hold on. Loud noise in the background, and luckily spiders have webs and can make them into like little parachute type things. So sorry about what happened to the camera and the video right there, but I was a little distracted with getting the spider off me. I did not squish the spider, just to be clear. Making sure he actually went out the window.
I'm sure he did. He's back there cussing.
Or he had the best time of his life. Woohoo! I'm flying!
The theme park, baby.
I'm king of the world!
So, we were able to gather some firewood. Found a stump laying on the ground, or a piece of wood that was probably, 8 feet long, laying on the ground. What are you staring at?
I'm just recording the road in front of us. I
And
can't.
once we cut it
You're
open,
gorgeous, but I can't have the camera at you all the time.
once we cut it open, realized it was black walnut, which made me realize not only was all the pine taken off of the property, but we didn't see any black walnut trees either. So I'm pretty sure that was one of the things they forested.
Which kind of sucks, right? Because one of the things we wanted to have was foraged dye stuffs from nature for having classes, and there's no black walnuts that we've been able to find on the property, and that's
We'll plant.
That's-
We're going to plant one in 2 weeks.
and in 30 years, we'll finally have black walnut holes to die with.
We'll figure something out.
We'll import them.
We'll pick them up off the road close by and throw them in the woods.
Right. Oh, hey, you found some black walnuts.
No, it's
Look,
just,
my nuts have dropped.
Obviously, the spot that was there was the right type of soil to grow a black walnut because it was a big tree. So we've got one in a pot that we've been growing a year, 2 years. A while. Long enough that it had a taproot that was going about 2 feet down into the ground. And I had to dig it up.
Yeah.
But
Poor thing almost didn't survive its taproot getting dug up.
It will go into the ground right next to the stump of the other black walnut that was there.
Nice.
It's kind of a payback for the wood that we were able to take off the land today to use for firewood.
And we're just going back in a couple weeks, like you
We'll be
said.
there in 2 weeks. Yeah, so
More-
if anybody wants to drop by and see us on Saturday or Sunday, come on up.
Yep.
We'll be there.
As long as it doesn't take me 2 weeks to finish producing this into an actual video, and so people arrive 2 weeks after that, and then we're like, oh wait, we are not there anymore.
Wow, look at the size of that. I want a wood shop that big.
Let's see if I can get over here to this.
The one in the back.
Yeah.
I'd be lost in there.
You'd shout. There'd be an echo. Yeah, from here there's just trees. Oh well.
We did learn a lot looking around at different things. We're looking for a shed to get put in on the property so we can keep stuff up there that we need on the land while we're getting it ready. Looked at a possibility of having some type of a housing structure put in so we have a place to stay when we go up there. I have a feeling a lot of midweek trips are going to be necessary to deal with contractors for pouring the slab and getting the plumbing and electrical and everything into the shop.
Site prep, baby.
Site prep. Realized that what I originally had thought would be a good size for a wood shop might be a little bit small, so I might have to go back and reevaluate that. We'll see. All in all, it was a good weekend. Like I said, too short.
Lots of work to be done. Like we're tip of the iceberg. Like the tiniest little snowflake off of the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, but I mean, even in all the time we were able to spend there walking around, we've still only covered maybe a third of the land.
Right. Unfortunately, some of it was the steepest third.
The steepest third, yeah. We spent a lot of time moving and hauling over the cliff face. Rhododendron Ridge, we'll call that spot.
Right.
Got to figure out some place to buy a cedar tree.
Right.
And I'm going to grow it up through like an old truck spring or something.
Funny.
Cedar spring.
An old rusty mattress
There you go.
with bed springs,
Cut out the
cedar
center
springs.
Cut out the center of it and plant a cedar tree.
There you go.
And all in all, it's going to be an adventure. I found a couple of really cool places that totally picturesque for spinning on. One was a crook in a tree. It's like a tree that one part of it grew up and then one part grew up and then out to the right about 3 feet and then started growing straight back up again. So it makes a natural bench. There's a couple of really cool rocks.
It's got a lot of cool rocks.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
It's going to be an adventure.